Theophilus, they believe that Jesus is the Son of God, but not God. And this means that they differentiate between the Son of God and the God Himself. Do they believe in crucifixion? Yes. They believe that Jesus crucified and saved them. But He is not God. He is the Son of God. Maybe like Mormons. So the mic is yours.
Well, they're probably on the way, at the very least, or maybe they're Christians, but they're baby Christians, and their understanding is not complete yet. I have to use a human example. Say your name is Jones, Bill Jones, and you have a son. Isn't he is also a Jones. Why is he also a Jones? Because he has your life in him. He may be as tall as his father, as smart as his father, may look like his father. He is not his father, but he's very much like him. The difference being that he has a mother, and some of his characteristics are those of his mother. In the case of God, however, God has no wife. He imparts his total life directly to his Son. We can't do that, but God obviously can. If God created us so we can have sons and daughters, why should God be less in his own case? Why can he not generate a son? That nothing is impossible to God. And if God generates a son, then that son is identical to his father because he is an extension of his father. He is not 98% or 22% like his father. He is 100% like his father. The only difference between Jesus and God the Father is that Jesus is the Son. The Father doesn't derive his life from the Son, but the Son derives his life from his Father. But within the Godhead, the Son proceeds eternally forth from the Father, and the Spirit proceeds forth from the Father and the Son, and therefore you can call each person God. And yet there are not three gods, but one God. That is, there is one God. There's no difference in essence, in nature, in thought, in purpose, in life, between the Father and the Son. The only difference, and it's a derived difference, and that is Jesus proceeds forth from his Father. I often use the illustration, you've heard it before, that in the United States there were three identical triplets. They didn't know each other until later in life, and someone said, you look just like so-and-so. And then they put this person on television, and then another one was spotted. And they brought them all together. They were in their 30s. Each of them looked alike, talked alike, wore the same kind of clothes. When one would start talking, the others would start talking. It was incredible how similar they were, though they had never met until that time. Why were they so similar? Because they all had the same life within them. They were identical triplets. So one cell from the mother divided, and then you had two. And one of those divided, so then you had three. I think actually you had four and one died. But if this is possible among human beings, that three persons can share one life and be absolutely the same, even to the color of their eyes and the number of hairs on their head, and the way they speak and look and think, it's all one life. If that's possible among humans, why is it difficult to think of God as three persons, yet one God, and one in essence and being? It's a mystery, but it's not inconceivable. And this is the way God has revealed himself. Think of the baptism of Jesus. Jesus the Son stands in the water. The Father says, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And then the Spirit of God comes upon Jesus in the form of a dove. So you have all three persons of the Trinity. And they're present at the same time. The Father speaks from heaven, the Spirit comes as a dove, and Jesus stands in the water and is called the beloved Son of the Father. That's as close as we can come to understanding the Trinity. But just because Jesus is the Son of God does not make him inferior. In the book of John, I think in the 8th chapter, or one chapter at least, Jesus called himself the Son of God. And the Jews picked up stones to kill him. And he said, "Many good works have I done. Why, for which of these do you kill me?" And they said, "We don't kill you for the good works you did, but because you, being a man, claim to be God." Well, Jesus hadn't said exactly, "I am God." He simply talked about his Father, and he is the Son. But the Jews understood that if you are truly a son of God, then you are equal to the Father, and you are God. I hope that helps.